you are probably running a business and you want to get more customers, or you've run a paid advertisement in the future using Meta ads or Facebook ads and the result wasn't so good. Or it could be that you possess a skill and you want this skill to be reached out by the right people so that you can render your skills or your services to them. For any reason that you are here, trust me, this course is going to help you move from a beginner level to a master level by the end of this course. And a little information you need to know about me is that Ebenezer, and I've been working with businesses that are in dire need of sales. What I mean by that is these are businesses that they rely on getting customers in order for them to grow, so they are constantly running paid advertisements. I've been working with brands both in Ghana, US, and Canada. And that is what I've been doing for the past 8 years. So if you are here and you need the solutions to why when you run advertisements, you often get, I want to learn more, I saw this on Facebook. You want to move away from that to something like, I saw your advertisement on Facebook and I'm interested in this, or can you tell me more about your something that feels more natural and not robotic? Then you're at the right place. And also, if you're here and you have a skill, you want to sell it out, you are at the right place. The very first place that what we are going to do in this masterclass is, first, I am going to walk you through some reasons your Facebook or your Meta ads don't convert by walking you through Patel's blog. And then also, the second phase is going to be how you have to do this right using Meta Ad Manager. So what you need to start this course is that you need to have a Facebook page. You need to have a Facebook page. And the focus of this class is not about how to create a Facebook page. So you just need to know how to create a Facebook page and have a Facebook page for yourself. And this is how Facebook page looks like, right? This is what a Facebook page actually looks like. So you can create a Facebook page for yourself, and once you are done creating it, then you will qualify to run paid advertisement. We are going to release a different video on how to create a Facebook page later on. However, the purpose of this class or the purpose of this lesson is not to create a Facebook page, but this is the very first point of being able to run paid advertisements. Have a Facebook page for yourself. Now let's start by looking through the 7 reasons why, or I'm not going to go through all of them, but we are just going to look at the most important ones, the reasons why your Facebook ad don't convert, and actually how to fix them. So we are going to use one of the approach to resolve most of the issues that most people face when they run paid advertisement. And the very first one here is poor targeting. So what does poor targeting actually mean? When we say poor targeting, usually users actually go on Facebook, and when they go on Facebook, what they do is they go through their posts and then they'll see something like boost reel. So now they click on boost reel, and then that is it. They fill in their various information and then they expect sales. What happens is that you've given Facebook the chance to target anyone for you based on what you sell. And that alone is not enough. Usually you are taught to build a persona. So let's say a persona, a male and a female persona. And we can say a name as Jennifer at the age of maybe 25, and then the interest, right? And that alone becomes enough for you to run paid advertisement. But that is not in all cases. In fact, it is not enough, because when we are running paid advertisement, we need to be able to target people based on so many factors. We need to be able to find where they spend most of their time. Are they spending most of their time on Facebook? Are they spending most of their time on, let's say, Messenger? Do they spend most of their time in specific groups? For instance, you're into real estate. Do your customers or potential customers spend more time watching a particular podcast? Do they spend much time watching, particular content on Facebook, on Instagram, and so forth and so forth, right? You need to be able to find those people at those specific place. You also need to know in detail the age group. Are they between the age of 6 to specific age? In this case, if you are selling to kids, are they between the age of, let's say, 25 all the way to 44? This gives you an idea of the kind of people you want to target, because you don't want to target someone at the age of 25 to 30 when you are selling something that is worth, let's say, 50,000 Ghana cedis or 1 million Ghana cedis, and so forth and so forth. Because if you are selling a land, you don't expect someone at the age of 22 to be buying your land. So you need to be able to target people between that particular age. So after you've been able to identify where they are, you need to be able to know their age group. Another factor you might want to also have a look at is you need to be able to tell their purchasing power. The past 3 months, the past 6 months, what has been their purchasing power? All these are things that you have to also have a look at. Extra stuff that you can also think about could be, what are their interests? And this is where it really matters. What are they really interested in? Okay, those interests is going to help you it's going to help Meta to be able to know which group of people to target. So mostly you might want to build a persona that looks like, let's say, Jennifer, a young lady at the age of 25 to say 56, 56, who comes from Accra or Ghana and lives in this particular jurisdiction. So lives at, let's say, East Legon, who is interested in this and that and that, and is from affluent home. So you keep narrowing down until you find the real customer that you want them to buy from you. But if you go ahead and target someone like the person is at the age of 20 and is on Facebook and is at the age of, something basic, that is not going to work. You will notice that everyone will be messaging you. Sometimes you are under advertisement and you realize that your audience are between 1 million to about 60 million. You cannot target everyone at the same time, right? And that brings us to the lack of audience data. This comes to the poor targeting as well. You are targeting the wrong people because you don't have the right audience data. You are just targeting everyone. And let's be honest, if you are running out and you're seeing close to about 50 million to 60 million people that you are targeting, then you don't actually need to be on Facebook. But the Ghanaian population is around 30 million, right? So if you're actually targeting people at the age of 50 million, then you don't really need to be on Facebook. You just have to step out there and start selling your product, and everybody will buy it. It doesn't work like that. Not everybody needs your product. Not everybody needs your service. Therefore, you need to be able to determine your audience. You need to be able to determine your audience and save your audience somewhere. That is what it means. Your audience are basically the people who are buying from you. So if you're not able to tell those who are buying from you, whether they are males or females, if you're not able to determine the people who will be interested in the service that you do, and you go ahead and target everyone, start sending messages to them, or start running, blindly an advertisement to everyone in Ghana, then you're not going to get the right people to, come to you. The third one we are going to have a look at has to do with not choosing the right bidding option. Okay, so what is bidding in the first place? So bidding here has to do with the amount that you are willing to spend within a day for people to see, or for your audience to see advertisements. You are into water closets, and in Ghana here, it is not only you that sell water closets. There are other brands too that sell water closets. And if your competitor, so let's say your competitor spends an amount of $10 on your advertisement in a day, and then you are spending an amount of, let's say, $3 in a day, what happens is that your competitor is bidding. Okay, it's trying to tell Meta that I'm spending $10 on my advertisement to see more people. In a day, I want to spend up to $10. However, you are telling Meta that in a day you want to spend up to $3. who do you think is going to see more results? Is it the one spending $3 or the one spending $10? Now, there are so many factors here. You can be spending $3 and still be getting more clients contact you, the right content, the right audience contacting you. Or you can also run a paid advertisement that is $10 and also be getting more customers that you need. Okay, the right customers that you need and more customers that you need, and the vice versa. So what do I mean by the vice versa? You can run $10 daily advertisement and not be getting the right customers for yourself. At the same time, you can run in $3 paid advertisement for yourself and you won't be getting the right customer. So what does this even technically mean? When you are bidding, you need to be able to determine how much advertisers are spending on one particular keyword. So for instance, if you run an advertisement for a real estate company and the keyword here is real estate company in Ghana, Google Ads gives you an idea, or there are some tools out there that gives you an idea of how much advertisers are spending on one single keyword. So real estate company in Ghana, if you notice that the amount of money that advertisers are spending on daily basis is $10, then you need to actually spend something close to the $10. I hope that makes sense. You need to spend, especially if that particular keyword is converting. If that keyword actually converts. If it doesn't convert and advertisers are spending more money on that, then there's no need to move in that direction. But the concept here is that you need to know the right bidding option to go with. Do you need to go with placing a daily expenditure, or you can also go with the approach by telling Meta that I'm giving you $50 for the whole month. I want you to make use of the $50. Don't spend any specific amount on a daily basis. I want you to take the whole $50 and then try and use this $50 by splitting it throughout the whole month and bring me sales. So Meta actually uses your $50 and then try as much as possible not to consume all of them before the month ends. Okay, so that's what we refer to as the auctioning. At the end of the day, you end up showing up in people's feed based on the right targeting that you've done, based on the right audience that you've targeted, based on the age group, based on all the necessary technical, or both the basic and the technical research that you've done. Okay, so that is what it means. And we can also think about lack of experimentation. So when we make mention of lack of experimentation, what does it mean? You are running multiple advertisements on daily basis. You need to be able to determine whether specific ad copy, that is a specific ad that you've put on Facebook, is going to work. So you want to run the advertisement, all right, and you run multiple advertisements. Even if you don't run multiple advertisements, you now come to run an advertisement. Right now, you're not so sure of the people that you are targeting. Even though you've done all the necessary, research into the audience, data, into their age, and all that you need to do, and you want to run advertisements, you need to know whether in the next 1 week, which ad is going to perform better. So the same ad that you're going to run, what you do is that you create extra copy. So the same ad, you try to post the same ad twice, maybe use the same flyer, use the same copywriting, but you change the audience data a bit. Or you can go with the same flyer and change the copywriting. So what's the copywriting? I'm referring to the caption. So you can do a split test to be able to determine, okay, I'm going to run this advertisement, but I'm going to make it look a little bit different. One should be a little bit different from the other. And you spend an amount of, say, $20 on each of them. Now, after 1 week, you'll be able to see which one is performing better than the other. And that's what experimentation basically means here. And the last one here has to do with lack of alignment between your landing page and ads. You're running an advertisement, and this advertisement, you need to be able to convince people before they buy from you. Someone like that in Ghana, you don't need to run a click to WhatsApp ad. most of the ad that we run in Ghana here are usually for, connect them to WhatsApp, so you expect them to WhatsApp you, right? But in most instances, when you're running your advertisement, you need to be able to determine if you need a landing page or you just need a WhatsApp. If your business requires that you convince people, building a landing page is very good for you. Okay, you need to build a landing page. You drive them to your landing page, and all the information should align. So what does alignment mean? Your ad copy should communicate the same message with that of your landing page. So you need to have something called a hook, a story, and then an offer. A hook attracts them, the story convinces them, and then the offer is what takes them to the landing page. So on the landing page, there should be the same format: a hook, a story, and then an offer. So you don't set up an ad campaign on Meta. You drive them to your landing page, and your landing page doesn't have the same message that's supposed to have. Another instance could be where you need a human interaction on your landing page, something like a live chat, where the live chat, the user gets to interact with your business when they come on your landing page. If you need to have something like that, if you are connecting it to your WhatsApp, you need to see to that once someone clicks on your ad and comes to WhatsApp, within few minutes they should be able to get a response from you. And there are so many tools out there. What is the WhatsApp chatbot automation? If you need WhatsApp chatbot automation to be done for you, you can easily contact us and we'll be able to get one for you. So what's a WhatsApp chatbot automation? The WhatsApp chatbot automation is designed in a way to respond to every inquiry that is coming in without you even responding to it. 90% of the message response are being handled by the system. So someone will reach out to you even late in the night. You are there to respond to it. If you are using WhatsApp to connect to your Facebook ad campaign, you need to have some of the information in the quick replies. So on WhatsApp, there's a feature called a quick reply. Someone reaches out to you, you need to be able to respond to them. In fact, research has shown that even if someone reaches out to you late in the night, they still expect someone to respond to them. So you need to be able to align your WhatsApp with that of your Meta business ad. Don't run advertisements and connect Messenger to it when you're not active on Messenger. You need to, and we are going to see all of these. You don't run the ad when you're not active on Instagram, and then you connect the ad to Instagram. If you want them to come to WhatsApp, then you have to use WhatsApp. That is what this means. All right? Okay. So now that we've been able to go through most of the problems, the very first one we looked at is the poor targeting, and that's what we are going to have a look at and resolve it. So you can run a very good ad. If you have any skill, any business that you do, you know the right audience to target using the Meta ad insights. Right? So in the next lesson, we are going to have a look at how to actually dive into your audience by knowing which group to target, the kind of people to target, and so forth and so forth, and how to actually implement them using Meta Ad Manager.